Hi guys, today we meet for a new subreddit story. I've not told this story much, though I really wish or people knew about it. So, I found this sub and I get to drop the story. About 3 years, I was driving home from dropping my girlfriend off at work. My girlfriend worked at this manufacturing plant. I don't think it would hurt to share that this plant is in Mehoopany, Pennsylvania. The roads leading to, and from, this place are surrounded by trees. I even almost hit a deer once, but managed to swerve to avoid it, thankfully not wrecking into a tree in the process. My girlfriend worked the night shift, so I often picked her up and dropped her off while the sun wasn't shining. On this fateful day, I was leaving and headed back home. I was just driving my little Scion TC, listening to music as per usual. On this day though, there was one difference. There was a very slow driver on the 2-lane road. Now, I knew there would be a pass-allowed area up ahead, so I figured I'd just cruise patiently behind him, and once the lanes open up for me to pass, I'd overtake him and keep driving home at my normal pace. The solid lines turned to dashed lines, and I made my move. I switched over to the left lane, the incoming traffic lane, with no other cars or headlights in sight. The road was straight here, so I knew I could overtake the car and be done in maybe 5 to 7 seconds, tops. Much to my dismay, the car began to accelerate, refusing to allow me to overtake him. I was relatively surprised when I went to check my blind spot to see if I had safely passed him, only to see him right beside me, matching my acceleration. I immediately thought, oh, I must not be accelerating fast enough. So I floored it, now going about 70 miles per hour on this 45 miles per hour road, only to see once more, they were matching me. Now, at this point I was like, come on, I'm just trying to make a quick overt dash, and that's when I saw some very frightening, long headlights coming around a bend in the road ahead. The position of the headlights and their length immediately told me that it was a semi-truck. Years of driving experience were more than enough to tell me that was the best bet. So I entered panic mode. I kept my foot down, thinking there was absolutely no way this guy would still be beside me. But he was. At this point, he and I were in excess of 100 miles per hour. I was dropping bricks into my seat. I could slow down, because what if he finally relented and slowed? Then I'd be caught in a bad spot. So I kept my foot down, the headlights on coming straight on at me. The car still beside me, though I was finally getting ahead. At this point the music in my car was gone, my heartbeat was thudding like a Norse war drum, and my world was slowed down. When you're going 100 plus mph, things come at you fast. Way too fast. But at the same time, everything was slowed down. I glanced to my right, seeing the car's headlights were gone. I didn't hesitate. With the truck's lights now being the light at the end of the tunnel, I jerked my steering wheel to the right, merging into the right lane so fast an F1 driver might have applauded me for the manuever. I felt the car shake harshly as I did the move, but it wasn't from the shift in momentum, it was the gust of wind from the truck, who hadn't so much as honked his horn during the spectacle. Now in the right lane, in my lane, I continued to drive, my palms and chest and face feeling ice cold, and the car which had nearly sent me to the afterlife, nowhere to be seen in my rearview. I drove home that night silent. I couldn't even listen to my music anymore. In that split second, before I shifted back to my lane, I saw so many moments in my life replayed back to me. It was surreal, a lifetime being relived in an instant. I almost broke down and started crying once the fear caught up to me. To leave my girlfriend behind, alone. To not be able to spend more time with my older brother, who is my best friend. To not see my mother again, my friends, to not experience everything in life. It was terrifying to know I came so close to death. Looking back, I should have slowed down sooner, but the heat of the moment was entirely different from hindsight, which as we know is 20/20. Thanks for reading my story. I hope I did good in conveying the sensations I felt all that time ago. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe and put a like and a comment.